Hi guys, welcome to another video, and this is MrRockSolid. We're going to be playing 4 tables at once, and they're all going to be 50 cent turbo, no limit hold'em, sit and goes, 9 players. And you can see now we can tile the tables and get it set up properly. Got a 4th one loading up, we're just registering to that. Now early doors, obviously we're going to be sitting really tight, pushing our good hands like the ace king suited, aces, kings and queens for pretty much quite a lot. Early on when the blinds are 20, pocket jacks I'll go 100 with, same with the aces, kings and queens really, if no one's entered the pot. I don't think your raisers get that much respect at this blind level, so the big pocket pairs I will push harder at the early stages. Later on we'll be min raising, but early stages we're going to be pushing the big hands quite hard. Similar to these two guys, 110 on a 20 blind. This guy called 110. He's now betting 100. Quick call though by Thunas. He's betting the pot. You can only presume he's got queen king or ace king. I would rather put him on. And the ace 8 here and the ace 8 on this table, we're just going to fold these. This guy shoved all in. A 3000. Looks like I missed a little bit of action here. Let's just rewind here. Ace king, 7 jack, really not sure. Ace king obviously raised, 7 jack called, hit there. Any 2 suited cards with the looks of it, and the ace king decided his hand was good enough to go. But we won't be playing any 2 suited cards. Obviously suited connectors from 4-5 upwards we'll be playing. In the right spots, in the right positions. So one player busted from table 1, which is great news for us, because the more players that get busted, the further it increases our chances of finishing in the top 3, where the payouts are. A jack king here suited. If this gets folded to me, then I'll put a raise in. It's going to raise it 50, and this again with the pocket 5s here, I'm going to open for 50. Could also limp the low pockets and call a raise, but I find if you raise it to 50, it's cheaper than limping for 20 and someone raise it to 60, so you just save yourself a few more chips. Top pair here is only betting half the, he's only betting a standard bet there. I'm going to raise this up here. Top pair, decent kicker. This guy could be on some sort of a draw. Pocket 5s here, ace 10 jack. Someone has gone all in. That's an easy fold. Ace 8, far too early to be playing this hand. If it was suited, I'd put a raise in probably. But I won't be playing the ace medium kicker from anywhere apart from late, and that's if the pot's unopened. Bit of action on table 1 here, 140, 140. All called. And you can see, you know, your raisers really don't get much respect. That's why I sort of advise over betting your strong hands pre-flop. Because look at the pot size now, 560, that's a third of your starting stack over. So especially early on, I would recommend over betting your pocket jacks plus ace king suited, ace queen suited. Let's have a cup of coffee, quick sip. So yeah, like I've said, the plan is to stay really tight, obviously push the good hands, try and see some cheap flops with some pocket pairs, ace x suited, semi-suited connectors. And try not to make any mistakes during the early rounds. 9 Jack versus Kings. Wow. It is open-ender. You see, the ace-2 suited, a lot of people make this mistake of calling or raising, but it's unsuited. I'm just going to fold the ace-2 there. And if you do play ace-rag, just because if an ace flops, you've got top pair, your kickers really count in poker. Wouldn't really be that overconfident with having the lowest kicker, even if you flop top pair there. Going to min raise the 8-7 suited under the gun. It should gain a little bit of respect. Any pocket pair, any high ace, any ace suited, any suited connectors, I'll be putting them in raising. You can see here we've actually flopped the straight. Also got a flush draw, and we've also got a straight flush draw here as well. Open-ended straight flush draw. I've got about half the pot here. This guy's raised. I'm going to push all in now, I think. Pretty much confident this guy's going to get his money in with the worst hand. And indeed he does. The Jack-9 there suited on table 3. I'm just going to limp. This guy's limped in. It's not a bad hand to play. Pocket aces now. Queen Jack, if this was suited, I'd call the min raise. I'm just going to min raise the aces. This guy could have something decent and push back over. He's just elected to call us. I'm just going to bet half the pot. I'm going to fold this Queen Jack here, not quite strong enough. And the Ace King here, just over a min raise. I've had another limper. I'm thinking I should raise this. This guy's gone all in. I think at this level, Ace King might be good. Just thinking, do we really want to be racing against pocket sixes? He could have pocket kings or pocket aces, of course. Just think at this level, that's a bit of an overplay, that. I'm going to call because I think we've got him dominated. I think he's got an ace jack. Ace 10. Yeah, the reason I called is his all-in bets seem weak to me. At this level, I just had a gut feeling we'd got him dominated, and indeed we did have. If you had pocket aces or kings or queens, then I think a re-raise would have been better, but him shoving, it just smelt like low pockets or a weaker ace. So it's a bit of a tough one, that. Folding as well and not risking your tournament chips is also viable. I just didn't think he had a strong pocket pair because he pushed. But like I say, again, folding the ace king would be, wouldn't be incorrect. Why risk your tournament on a coin flip? I just had a real strong feeling this guy had an ace jack type hand. But of course you can be wrong. And the Jack-8 on table 1 there, if it was on the button I'd probably raise that. But from this position here, it's an easy fold for me. Queens versus Ace-10, and we've had a player leave. And remember, every player that leaves a tournament is a bonus. Further increases your chances of finishing in the top 3 and getting a paid check. Ace-9 here, offsuit. If this was suited I'd raise. Not suited, I'm going to fold. From the cut-off or the button I'd be raising the Ace-9 there if it was suited or not. But it's just a little bit too early. And the Queen-King here, more than good enough to put a 2.5 times raise. It's suited. Pretty much guaranteed we're going to get 1 or 2 callers though. We've not hit, we've got runner flush, runner straight. He's betting pretty small though. I'm going to call this with just 2 overs now. Normally I'd just fold, but he's betting so small. In fact he's all in. I didn't realise. I'd have still called that if I knew he was all in anyway. Ace Queen here, under the gun. Just going to put a 2.5 times raise. And again with this one, if anyone raises it, I will just smooth call it. If anyone calls, then I'll raise it myself. Far too good to let these guys limp in. I'm going to raise it to 250. It should get rid of at least 2 of them, I'm hoping. This guy might push all in with his chip stack. Table 3 have actually hit. I'm going to bet half the pot here. Anyone with a weaker ace is coming. And the King 6 on the small blind against big blind, I'm just going to raise that. Going to make a continuation bet here. If he's not got an ace, he's going to fold. And we do take down the Ace Queen on table 3. 10-7 here on the button. I'm just going to fold that. Even if nobody entered the pot, that'd be an easy fold for me. Again, we've got Ace Queen here on the big blind. We've had some limpers. I'm just going to do exactly the same. I'm going to raise it up to 250. And I'm going to fold the 10 Jack under the gun there on table 2. Far too weak. Been called, which is not great. It gives these other 2 guys decent odds now to call along. Make continuation bet here, 300. Got 2 overcards if he does call. If he comes back over the top, it's an easy fold. Well, he has done. I'm going to show the Ace Queen because I don't want him thinking we're raising on rags. I know you shouldn't show. But I think at a full table, people are thinking, wow, he's raised it that much. What's he got to fold? This guy raised, I'd probably push back over with the Ace-9. And pocket 8's here. I could either raise it or see a flop. This guy's just limped in again. I'm going to play a flop with the pocket 8's. I'm going to bet out here. We've got a second pair. Any resistance again we can easily fold. But I've just got a feeling the 8's are good here. Very little chance he's got a 9 in his hand. So I still think the 8's are good here. I'm going to check though, he's called. Yeah, he does muck. We do win the pot. Just have a quick look what he had. Ace 5. What's he doing with ace 5? Chasing the ace, which a lot of players will do. Even though I'm not too happy about the under the gun limp there, because some people will do this with pocket aces and kings, I'm going to have to raise this up. I'm going to raise it 150 just to try and isolate this guy. If this guy under the gun comes back over the top, then I can fold the ace jack there. This guy's actually raised me. It's going to be a pretty, it's not a very nice call, but I think it's going to be a necessary call because we've already got 150 in there. Yeah, I think we're going to have to call this pot odds alone with the ace jack. Hits a flush draw with the jack. I'm going to check the jack 3 on table 1. This guy's bets we're going to call. Got the flush draw after all. This guy's now pushed all in. Now hit the flush. Can't really be calling this. We're just going to min raise this guy here. Hopefully he's going to call us. Ace jack here. If it was the ace of spades, I don't think we could still call. Not for an all-in bet. But never mind. 10 jack suited. I'm going to limp along as well. Suited connectors. Pretty much like pocket pairs. If you can get a cheap flop. I've actually hit an open ender and second pair. I'm going to bet half the pot here. 2 checks. Ace 5 here, just against 3 players, one of them being in the blind. It's quite an easy raise there. I'm going to make a continuation bet here. Got a gut shot on an overcard. We've now got the straight. Just going to check behind here. Still got outs. And I'm just going to bet 1,000 into this one with the straight. And he mucks. Really sure what this guy has. He's called the flop. He's now betting 700 into us, which means we're beat. Yeah, the open ender didn't come. We didn't get another pair. I can only presume we're beat with this one. And that's an easy fold, really. You should not be calling that. Even if he's bluffing. Want to be sure, really. Queen jack here. I'm not going to raise this up with 2 limpers. Could have actually raised it there against 2 limpers, the queen jack. Thinking about it. We need to be about 400, I think, though. They bet 100. I think we'd need to raise it to 4 or 500 to have a good chance to take the pot. Yeah, maybe missed a little spot there to steal with the queen jack. Jack 10 here, that's an easy fold. The 2 king here, if it gets folded around to me, I'm going to put a raise in. And it's pretty simple, ABC poker really. I make a continuation bet now. And indeed he folds. Any resistance, we can easy check fold that hand. 3-5, even if this gets folded to me, I'm not going to mess about with trash on the small blind or button. And again there with a 5 jack. 6-7, if this was suited, I'd call that 100. If it got folded to me, I'd put a raise in against the blinds, but 6-7 offsuit, I'm just going to fold that, even though we've got position. Ace-2 here, I'm going to raise that one, min raise the Ace-2 against the button and the 2 blinds. But the 8-4 we elect to fold. And 9-3 here, already going to select fold. And the Queen-3 suited, not quite good enough. This gets folded to me, 6-7 suited, I'm going to put a min raise in. If I get called, I've still got a playable hand. There is a chance we'll take down the blinds. And any resistance we can easily fold. Got a gut shot. An 8 would give us a straight, but it's a very drawy board. So I'm just going to open fold that one there. Pocket 9s here. Again, I'm going to raise this to 200. This guy goes all in, I'm going to call. This guy goes all in, I'm going to call. And on table 1 we've got ace queen against the big blind, so I just min raise that. And we'll make a continuation bet. Now he's pushed all in, that's an easy call with the ace queen. And we take down a decent pot there. We've hit the full house. I'm just going to check this. I'm going to put a bet in now if it gets checked to me. I don't really want to scare too many flush draws or straight draws away though. I'm just going to smooth call this on table 4. We've pretty much got a lock, I think, with the 9. Oh, that might have buggered things up if anyone's got a jack. But I'm going to call it anyway. We've still got the full house. If someone's got quad jacks, then good luck to them. Aces on table 3. This guy's raised. I'm just going to call. Coming back over the top would scare him away. If he's raising a bit wide, then he's going to fold. And this way here that we've just smooth called it, we're just going to smooth call again. I think we're going to get extra money out of him. Pretty much I'm going to go all in now with the aces on the turn here. He's called me with king 6, and yeah, we played that really nice. Just letting him doing the betting. We've raised this jack 7, so I'm just going to make a continuation bet into him. If he's got an ace or a king, then he's going to be calling, and now he's betting into us. It's an easy fold. Made a continuation bet, this guy called, and now he's betting the turn. Again, it's an easy fold. Yeah, couldn't really do a lot more. I'm going to call this 75 with a 7-5. Semi-suited connector here. This guy's now gone all in, it's an easy fold. It was only 75 to see a decent pot. And the ace queen takes it. 6-3, 3-8. If this gets folded around to me, I'm going to put a raise in against the small and big blind with a 9-7 suited. If it was offsuit, I'd fold. And I'm just going to go all in here with the ace-4 against the small blind, just trying to limp in. And I'm going to put a min raise against the second stack here with the ace-6 suited. This guy's now gone all in. So the 9-7, easy fold. But it was still worth a try, definitely worth a try to try and steal. Ace-6 here, I'm just going to raise that against the button and the small and big blind. And the 6-4 on table 1 we're going to get rid of. Well, the 9-7 would have actually won. I think on table 4, a 300 bet is going to be just as effective as a half pot bet. And the ace-king here, we're simply not going to mess about with this, we're just going to push. There's a lot in the pot already with the antes. This guy's limped in. I'm going to raise a 10-7 suited against the big blind. I raise quite a lot of hands. Any resistance we can... I'm going to check this now. We've got an open-ended straight. If I bet and he comes back over the top, we might be forced to fold. But we've now got an open-ender and he's just betting into us, so we can easily check call, hoping to hit the straight here. Well, we've hit a pair of 10s, still don't think it's good enough. No, he's got a jack. This guy's gone all in, that's fine. Ace-king suited, far too good. Ace-10 versus queens. A king or an ace or a spade. That'll do. Yeah, far too good to fold. We actually went all in after that guy limped. Unfortunately, really, for the pocket queens there. But we still did the right thing by pushing with the ace-king suited there. Well, I was saying the queens are unlucky. I mean, ace-king suited against queens, it's a race. And pocket tens here, we're not folding this. If any of these guys go in, we're going to be calling. In fact, I'm just going to push here. This guy is going to be a little bit scared of going out in 4th place from being the second stack. And this guy on 910 chips, the pocket 10's more than good enough to put some pressure on the second in command, so to speak. Ace 9 here, not got enough chips to mess about. It's just a simple push here from under the gun. Ace 7 here, there's far too many players to get through. I'm just going to fold that one. King Jack here, I'm going to put a min raise. If this big blind goes all in, I'm going to call. And the 8-9 suited, I'm going to min raise that one. Pocket 10s here, we're not going to fold. In fact, now this guy's raised it 400 on table 2. That's an easy shove for me. That guy's been calling as well. So hopefully we'll take down a nice pot. 8-9 suited here, we've raised. That guy's gone all in, we're going to have to let that one go. We're looking pretty good on table 2 with the 10s at the moment. King Jack here for 600, we can't really call that. And pocket 8s versus our 10s, and we take down a nice pot. Ace King versus 10 Queen, so a good fold there on our King Jack. Ace King suited here. Just going to min raise that. This guy's just limping. I'm just going to raise that up, max that up. Ace 9 against the limper on the big blind. And the 2 king with 3-2. Queen 6 here, that's an easy fold. If this gets folded to me, I will raise the king 2 here against the big blind. Any resistance. And ace king here on table 1, that's a min raise. Any resistance from this guy, then we'll fold. And the king queen there. This guy's actually all in, so that's an easy call with the king queen. Try and knock another player out. King Jack here, we'll min raise that on table 4. Ace King suited again. Wow. And that's an easy call on table 1. Unfortunately for us though, he's sucked out with a 4-card board flush there. King Queen against Ace 8, and indeed he beats us. But never mind, still did the right thing. This is pretty close, this one. This guy's gone all in. It's 1300 to call. We've got a big stack. However, I just don't think the ace 10 there is strong enough, so I'm going to fold that hand there. If it was ace jack suited or better, I'd call. Pocket pairs, 6s, 7s, I'd probably call as well. Kings here, not doing anything silly. Just going to min raise like we always have been. And again here with the 8 king against the big blind, we're just going to raise, make continuation bet. If we take down the pot, great. Any resistance, we can easily get rid of that hand. 10-8 here. If it was suited, I'd call. This guy's gone all in. I think that's a fold there with the 10-8. I know we've got a lot of chips. The 9-8 here, a limp. I'm just going to fold that. And the ace 4 against the big blind. That's just an easy min raise that. And we'll show the ace to the big stack. Oh dear, dear, dear. Even though we could have a better hand, it's really not worth messing around with the big stack, especially on the bubble. So that's an easy fold, that one. Unfortunately for us, these two guys are going to be looking to make a move anytime soon. The 9 jack here, it's min raised. If it was suited, I'd call. Offsuit, I'm going to fold. That's pretty close though. I'm not a massive fan of 9 jack, but we're just going to fold on table 4 with the jack 3, 3 9, ace jack here. I'm going to min raise this. Jack 8 here against the aggressive big blind. I'm just going to fold on table 1, and jack 3 here. Even though we've got a lot of chips, I'm just going to fold that there. Ace Queen versus 8 King, and it looks like the big stack's just doubled up one of the small stacks, so pretty bad news for us. Just around about 10, 11 big blinds. I think this is going to be a push with the Ace 2. These antes, 300 in there, plus the 125. Makes it a close one really, but we've got an ace. I'm going to call this ace 2 here. I've got a gut shot, going to run a flush obviously, but not really hitting the way we liked. This guy's just limping in. I'm just going to push here. Should be folding most of the time. We'll fold the ace 9 off there. 400 bet. Could be bluffing. He did raise it pre-flop. Don't really want to go chasing. Yeah, I'm going to fold this. Another move would be to come back over the top all in, but I've just got a feeling he's got something there. Queens versus 7-10, and it's got an open ender. Pocket queens, take it down. So on the bubble, on tables 1, 2, 4, and 5 players remaining. No, we're on the bubble now on all the games. Yeah, I was going to say with this 5 jack and this guy's chip stack here, I was going to put him in with any 2 cards there against his stack. He's going to be looking for a bit of a desperate spot. Table 2, if this gets folded to me, I'm just going to push the 9-10 suited here. We are sort of low stack on table 2. And I'm just going to raise the jack 10 here from the button. We'll fold that. This guy folded last time we pushed against him, and he does it again. So he's just limped in there. Ace jack here, I'm just going to push this hand. After a limp. Ace 8, this will be a pretty close one to come back over the top. I'm just a little bit worried about this guy. I'm going to fold and hopefully this guy has something. Indeed he does, but it's not quite as good as this guy, and if we'd have called with the ace 8 we would have lost a lot of chips, so it's a good job we got out of the way there. So we're in the money on tables 3 and 4. And on the bubble. Here, this guy's just limping in. I'm just going to push all in on table 2. He's called, well, he's limping in with an ace queen, fair dues. Ace 2, a 2 would be nice. Oh yeah, he's limping with an ace queen suited. Fair dues, we busted out on the bubble, but I still think we did the right thing there. We sort of fell into his trap there. Pocket jacks on table 1. I'm going to raise. If this guy re-raises even though it's on the bubble, I'm not folding pocket jacks there. Yeah, that guy there just slow playing his ace queen suited. Very dangerous really, but it worked for him that time because we woke up with a hand. Ace 2, this guy's pushed 2000, it's suited. I'm going to call this. Bad luck for the queens. And the 7-8 here, I'm just going to call that one there. That guy's now gone all in on table 3. This is an easy push on table 4. We're not going to call the 7-8. I'm going to raise the ace-6 against the big blind. We'll make a continuation bet here. I think 450 should take it down if he's got nothing. And he does fold. Hit trips here against big stack. He's betting 900. It's absolutely no point in raising this. We might as well just call and let him do all the betting. He's now betting 1800. I think now's a good time to get your chips in. I don't think he's going to fold for another 9. Oh, he does fold. Wow. That's amazing. I never thought in a month of Sundays that guy would fold for another 900. That's why I pushed all in. This guy goes all in. I'm going to call with the king jack. And I'm going to shove here after the small blind. Just called. And we're going to raise the king queen on table 3. So yeah, we busted out on the bubble on table 2 after this guy slow played ace queen, and we had a suited ace. This is an easy call with the king queen here. It's got ace jack, good hand. We've still got outs though. And looks like we're taking the guy out. So heads up in here, pushing the ace-8 here, folding that. I'm going to push the ace-4 here against the big blind, and we're going to call that. Getting the pot odds to do it. I know we're behind, but it'll win a third of the time against a better hand. This guy's just limping now. I'm just going to push the ace-6 here. He's calling with ace-jack, okay. So he's limped with an ace-jack, and we sort of fell into another trap. King-10 here, not quite strong enough. And we'll fold the 4-3 heads up there. So we're not in table 2. We're in heads up on table 1. I'm going to push the ace-7 here from the button. Fold the 9 queen, and we'll fold the 7-6 as well. Pocket jacks here. I'm just going to make it 12 to go, and he folds. Well, for a min raise with the king 10 here, it's quite an easy call for me. That I'm going to push the ace king here. This guy bets. I'm going to come back over the top. In fact, I'm just going to push in case he's on sort of flush draw. Yeah, I think when someone min raises and you've got a hand like a 10 and a king, three-way, I think really you should probably be calling. This guy's now pushed. $1,800. Leaves with 2,000 if we call and lose. I'm going to fold the 9-10 there. We've raised it and this guy's gone all in. We've got Jack 9. We can bet the 7. Heads up now, we've hit it. And we'll just check fold if this guy bets. And he's gone all in. Ace King table 2, that's an easy call. Ace 8. And we're heads up on table 3. And it looks like we could be heads up. No, this guy's won. I'm going to check this on table 2 and try and get a bit of a bet out of this guy. If this guy bets, I'm simply going to push all in. And indeed he folds. Call in there. I didn't really just want to smooth call because there's going to be some overcards come. And just try and protect really the 10 there on the board. This guy's raised it. Quite an easy one this with Ace Jack. We're just going to push all in. Ace 9 against our Ace Jack. Oh dear, dear, dear. Well, that's luck. Sort of got a double gut shot here, so we're going to bet that. And we're going to fold the 10-4. A 3 or a 7 would give us a straight. So it's a double gut shot there. This guy's raised it. We've got pocket 6s, so I'm going to go all in there. We've got the straight now. I'm just going to bet half the pot here. Take that one down with the pocket 6s. So we've won 1. And pretty much here we're all in because the blinds are so high. We've been caught by pocket 10s. Okay, so we've run into a monster. We've hit a king though. King 6. And nice. I'm going to raise the 9-10 here. I've actually hit an open ender. I'm just going to push here. If he's not got a heart, he's folding. 9 queen here. I'm just going to call this. We're just going to check fold now. This guy's betting pretty small though. Usually a small bet means weakness. I'm going to raise this and see what he does. Yeah, okay, he's re-raised me again. That's fine. Just normally, sometimes, well, most of the time, a small bet normally means weak. It's quite weak. Might have been scared of the ace there. That's why I decided to raise on nothing. Queen 5 suited here. I'm going to raise. This guy's gone all in. Not quite the right pot odds. It's only a queen high at the end of the day. I can fold that hand and wait for a better spot. It's a shame I didn't make a move when we had pocket 10s, but that's poker. The king 2 here I'm going to raise. Just keeping the pressure on this guy. Going to make a continuation bet here. 800 is a bit high. I think 700 should take it down if he's got nothing. And indeed he folds. Heads up on table 4. Pocket kings I decide to push. And he's going to get runner and a diamond, is he? No. Okie dokie. I'm going to raise the king 4 here. This guy's gone all in. This guy's raised. I'm just going to raise this to 1600 with the pocket aces. And he's sort of fell into our little trap there. Easy call. 9 queen. And we take another one. So we've got a first on table 2, a first on table 3, sorry, a first on table 4. We're just going to max out this king 4 suited here. 2 jack, not a lot we can do with this one. And it's quite happily there, the small blind folded. Again, not a lot we can do with the 2-9 there. Pretty much this guy should have been pushing a lot more. With his chip stack, any 2 cards. I'm going to put him all in here with a 9 king. Really, if I was him, I'd probably think about calling with any 2 cards because, well, he's got exactly the same hand and it's going to be a split pot. So yeah, we bust out on the bubble on table 2 after this guy slow played ace queen suited, and we woke up with an ace 2, I think it was, suited. So we've got 4th on table 2, 1st on table 3 and a 1st on table 4. So fingers crossed, we should be making 3 firsts in a row. King 10 against 7-5, and he's got a long way to catch up now, and we do take it down. So nice little end to the session there. A first, a first, a first, and a 4th. And I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please leave feedback if you did. Any comments are always welcome, and good luck at the tables, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now, guys.